A very good evening, viewer. You're most welcome to the Nowcast only on West Nile Television, where we give you the daily news bulletins of the day, every day from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. My name's Ukumaringa Christine. Before we dive into any of the stories, let's first have a look at the news making headlines today. In the headlines tonight, Zombo District Resident District Commissioner retired Lieutenant Colonel Pius Alitema laid to rest at his ancestral home in Yadri Sub-County, Marcha District. Kulu City authorities to return controversial trade order. And Madi West Nile Diocese Tree Sunday initiative to conserve the environment. This and more in the Nowcast News Bulletin. It's the 16th of March 2024. You're most welcome to the Nowcast only on West Nile Television. Now let us dive into some of the stories of the evening. The late retired Lieutenant Colonel Pius Alitema, the former RDC of Zombo District, was today on the 16th of March 2024 laid to rest at his ancestral home in Kijomoro Village, Nyadri Sub-County, Marcha District. Take a look.
This afternoon, hundreds of mourners thronged Kijomoro A Village, Nyadri Sub-County, Marcha District to pay their last tribute to the late retired Lieutenant Colonel Pius Alitema, the former RDC Zombo District, who passed on 8th March 2024 en route to Arua Regional Referral Hospital. In his homily, the Bishop of Arua Catholic Diocese, Right Reverend Sabino Doki, has advised men and women in uniform to always be honest while exercising their duties. According to the bishop, most armed personnel in Uganda take civilians for granted and commended the deceased for valuing God despite working in a highly ranked position in Uganda.
We may not marry. For us clergy, we have chosen not to marry. The sisters also, they have chosen not to marry. The brothers, religious. But if you are not in this category, you are free. But nobody should force you also to marry. There are also single lay people. That is also good. But the late Pius decided to marry. And marry also in church. And married Rose Aikoru. If she's there, she can stand up. Because this is the one we witness in the church. That is the one. Thank you very much for standing together with the late Pius and for working hard to bring up the children.
Meanwhile, Sharon Alitema, the firstborn of the deceased, described her late father as a hero who kept his faith and cared for one another. Sharon added that Alitema lived an honorable life and appealed to the mourners to emulate his good deeds and legacy he left behind.
Pius Alitema, to us, our dad, and I will continuously refer to him as our dad throughout this eulogy. He was a man of mystery. And through the journey we've been on, I have been giving his life testimony in mysteries. And the last mystery I presented was on Wednesday during the Holy Mass. Was it Thursday? Thursday during the Holy Mass in Zombo. When I presented the first mystery, I said I would tell it as the last, because it would be a conclusion of who he was and what his mission was on earth.
However, Dr. Mark Boni Boamale, Zombo District Health Officer, told the mourners that late Alitema died due to low blood pressure despite being on medication for a long time.
He died of a natural death, and I want to make it simple. In a simple term, he died due to complications of low blood sugar. I'm going to explain a little. Early morning of the 8th, March 2024, I was given a call by the Deputy RDC at 6:41 a.m. that she was called by the driver of the deceased, and from the call it seems the RDC is not doing well. So I immediately rushed and I said I'm going physically there to see how the situation is. So I rushed to the hospital, and luckily enough, by that time effort has already been made to deliver him to the health facility. I remember the driver told me the words he spoke were 4. Come, take me to the hospital. So when he arrived to take him to the hospital, he was unconscious. He was no longer talking. So when he reached the hospital, we did the first test. And that was the random blood sugar, because he had a history of high blood sugar. And indeed, we got the blood sugar was only 1 millimole per liter.
The late retired Lieutenant Colonel Pius Aletema had a illustrious career for 68 years, and at the time of his death, he was serving as Resident District Commissioner Zombo, a position he was appointed on 5th May 2022. He started his career as a graduate teacher at Mbale SS between 1982 to 1987, and also served in the Ministry of Internal Affairs. In 1991 to 1921, he attended a number of operation courses in Uganda People's Defense Forces, UPDF. He was born on 7th October 1956, and is survived by the widow Rose Aikoro, 7 biological and adopted children. Among other dignitaries who attended the burial include General Charles Uluka, the Director General Internal Security Organization ISO, Major General Dick Loom, the Commander Operations Suja, Honorable Kuyushin Grace Freedom, the State Minister for Northern Uganda, and other security personnel. Alfred Jawok, West Nile TV, Nile Cast.
More in our stories. Gulu City Council is set to turn the back street within the city into a market. This is to help accommodate the street vendors who are congesting traffic in the street of Gulu City. Take a look.
Gulu City is set to bring back the controversial trade order enforcement that evicted 100 of street vendors and roadside transporters in Gulu City, July 2022.
We know there are some who are selling on road reserves, but also we allowed them to sell from there, but there was a limit that we gave them. But now they have exceeded. There are new players who have come on board, and now they are selling beyond the limit we gave them. We are not going to have this bang activity. We are going to just be requesting them to extend. We shall be showing them where they should stop. And then, but now violates that the next day, we shall confiscate their items.
This time, the city is coming out with an alternative plan for these street vendors, the back street.
There's a whole back street that we have cleaned up, and people were allocated spaces in the size of 1 meter each, and they welcomed it. They were only waiting for us to clean so that they can come and begin trading. So I believe by Monday or before Monday, they would have started utilizing that place. Yes, someone might ask that what about the utilities that are supposed to be there? There's still a gap there, but there are a few places we identify where our people can access some of those things.
And the majority of these street vendors are accepting to move with the city council.
We are ready to go there. Here, we get many loss because every week we get a loss here in the street. But if you are going there, at least we are comfortable.
Much as others are still continuing raising concern of the hygienic condition of the space being a back street meant for utility lines.
Kunu perro ber padano bitie lo achende kunu ti line mengo line meshiwe do kuja we dano berie dum yer gi wum ngweki mo ken pokar chik by dakta wan wan ngi chik me yot kom we dano ber kunu dum yer gi yup kunu ma be.
Betty Auluchan, the woman member of parliament for Gulu City, cautioned city leaders to ensure both security and the hygienic condition of the environment is conducive enough for these traders and their customers.
Especially these young people who sell on the street, is it on the pavement? These are people who are looking for livelihood, and in their attempt of looking for livelihood, they run away from stealing, from breaking people's what? From breaking people's doors, because they are doing some petty businesses which keep them alive.
According to Alfredo Kwan, Gulu City Mayor, this back street is a temporary space that the city is providing for these street vendors, because Gulu City is planning to upgrade most of the satellite market in the city into a modern market that will accommodate all the street vendors.
Under the urban expansion, we want to create more secondary market. Secondary markets which we are developing to a modern markets. One is the Yibi market. The Yibi market is located in La Ropecha, next to roadway crossing. We are developing it into a two-story building. And that one is going to help us because over 500 people, all lockups will be created there.
The return of this operation is due to public outcry over the congestion of the traffic in some of the major streets in the city, and some street gangs are hiding among the street vendors to organize and terrorize people. Stephen Okello for West Nile Television, Nilecast.
More in our stories. The Mahdi West Nile Diocese, in collaboration with the local government and the community, have joined hands together to organize the Tree Sunday, a celebration marked annually on every third Sunday of March that is set to take place in all the archdeaconries on the 17th of March 2024 under the theme My Trees, My Livelihood. My Trees, My Livelihood. Take a look. In a bid to conserve the environment, the Mahdi West Nile Diocese, in collaboration with the local government and community, have joined hands together in organizing the Tree Sunday, a celebration marked annually every third Sunday of March that is set to take place in all archdeaconries on the 17th of March 2024 under the theme Trees, My Livelihood at Alisoa Church of Uganda, Riki. While addressing the press at the diocesan headquarters in Mvara, Arua City, the Bishop of Mahdi West Nile Diocese, Right Reverend Charles Collins Andaku, emphasized the diverse effects of human activities like deforestation and pollution, which has caused the destruction of the environment. Right Reverend Charles Collins Andaku called on the individuals, households, communities, institutions, among others, to make an effort to restore the environment through tree planting, among other interventions.
This Tree Sunday falls annually every third Sunday of March, and it is celebrated, of course, every third Sunday. This year is going to be on 17th in all the archdeaconries. As a diocese, we have 12 districts, you may be aware, including one city. But the theme, I'm glad to report to you that this year we have a theme, Trees, My Livelihood. We want to engage in environmentally destructive activities, especially farming, charcoal making, and so on. This has gone also rampant in West Nile region. So this week we are here preaching repentance so that we can refrain from these activities, so that we keep our environment for livelihood. Of course, indiscriminate cutting of trees with no regard to fail and even plant more to survive on is a big challenge which we have identified as a church to join the government and the community so that we can improve on this. As a diocese, we established this department, Household Community Transformation, to spearhead this drive with support from the archdeacons through the Archdeaconal Household Community Transformation Focal Persons, and we have created 3 wardens. They work together, and this is our effort to restore and establish tree growing projects like orchards, establishment of the diocesan and archdeaconal demonstration farms, and raising awareness among the youth. Through confirmation, personally, we have encouraged Christians to plant trees.
Jessica Munguleni, the head of household and community transformation at Mahdi West Nile Diocese, in her remarks stated that during this environmental week, the Archdeaconry is embarked on plowing the ground in preparation of tree planting, inclusive of cleaning the environment of polythene bags and rubbish, all ahead of the Tree Sunday celebrations.
In Arua Urban, they have been planting, digging holes along the borders of the church land, making sure that trees are planted along the borders to ensure that land is secured. So that is already one benefit of the trees. In other places like Arua Archdeaconry, they have been pruning the trees that are already planted to make sure that these trees we don't only plant, but we are able to grow these trees and nurture them so that they can be of benefit. And we believe that with those trees, they'll be able to harvest them, get timber, put structures like churches, houses for church teachers, for all the people in the Archdeaconry. So that is why when you go to Rhino Camp Archdeaconry, they have been sensitizing at parish level. They have been sensitizing at the churches at parish level to make sure that people are digging their land so that they start digging holes so that when the rain comes, the holes will, the ground will already be full, there will be already enough manure in the holes and in the plant. You know, my Brown, all these activities by celebrating having a Tree Sunday. So our Tree Sunday will be tomorrow, 17th of March, 2024, and our official celebration site where the bishop normally goes. Here, but this time it will fall in Arua Archdeaconry and it will be in Aliso Church of Uganda.
The Mahdi West Nile Diocese Annual Environmental Week and Tree Sunday started 7 years ago, within which time the diocese managed to plant trees on more than 300 acres of land in the different archdeaconries across the diocese. Okumiringa Christine, for West Nile Television, Nilecast. And more in our stories, the community of Lalopi sub-county in Moyo district has been urged to embrace the large solar piped water system, which is set to solve the problem of water crisis in the area. Okumu Dominic reports.
The meeting, which mainly brought in elected leaders from the villages to the parish and sub-county, was intended to introduce a consultant firm which is mandated to handle the construction of the piped water system to the different leaders so as to allow the firm to carry on its work. Honorable Anyama Williams, the chairman Local Council 5 Moyo District, said his office will make a follow-up on two key issues which has been left out in the project, that is the exclusion of Panyanga Parish in the project and the construction of physical waste management site, which needs to be solved. He, however, urged the public to embrace the project and allow the construction take place so as to reduce on water problems in the area.
But one thing that we are still following up is the exclusion of Panyanga Parish under this project. That is a concern. We felt Panyanga Parish should be included in this project, but also construction of fecal sludge for waste, especially fecal waste management and disposal. Those are the two major areas that we are still going to my office to engage the Permanent Secretary, Minister of Water and Environment on these two matters. Otherwise, the community is happy, the leadership is happy.
Honorable Ojali Gabriel, the district councillor representing Laropi sub-county, said the project has left out some areas of Laropi and wonders what the people in those areas will use. He therefore requests the consultant firm to consider equal distribution of water to all the villages in Laropi, saying it's a very big project and therefore everything should be done once and for all so as to avoid future complaints related to water problems in the area.
Some of your parts are not catered for by the pipeline water system. You will one time move there. Now, which water are you going to use from that place? So it is better for us to consider these things equally, because the project has come and it has come to eliminate the problem of pertaining to water.
Honorable Tiondi Luka David, The chairman, Local Council 3, Laropi Town Council, expressed his concern about the exclusion of the waste management component in the project, saying a visibility study was conducted and a waste management site was allocated, but to his surprise, the site has never been reflected on the documents being presented by Icon Africa Consult, saying the waste management component is a must and they are ready to write to the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Water and Environment about it.
Where the eco sludge should be, waste from the hospital, from the toilets, from institutions, from the market, it is clearly indicated by them. And we went there 3 times. We measured the area. It is 150 meters by 100.
Mr. Amuria Joseph, the director, Icon Africa Consult Limited, said they are on ground so as to form different committees which will help in the construction of the piped water system, and this will mainly consist of the locals in Laropi who will be backed by the technical people, which will make their work easy.
But we want to build a grievance management system within the project system, right from the village level of the district, so that we can have avenues for discussing those differences, those dissatisfactions that come as we continue implementing the project. So part of our task here is to notify them the implementation modalities and what they will be involved in. First, the structures, so they'll be part of the structures. Implementation committee, it is them. Grievance management committees, it's again them.
Mr. Teodibako Patrick, the Local Council 2 Chairperson, Central Ward, Laropi Town Council, re-echoed the issue of waste management component, which has not been reflected in the plan for the piped water construction, saying he is very disappointed about it and wants to get more clarification on the matter, saying waste management component is a must for Laropi Town Council in this project. The Integrated Water Management and Development Project, large solar-powered water supply and sanitation system for refugee host communities, is a project funded by the World Bank through the Ministry of Water and Environment. In Moyo District, the project covers 3 areas, namely Lefori, Otse and Laropi. In Laropi alone, the project is expected to cover over 1,300 homestays, with Laropi Town Council taking the highest number of up to 812 homesteads, while Laropi Sub-County having 498 homesteads to be connected to piped water under this project. I'm Dominic Antonio Kumu for West Nile TV, Nilecast.
A very good evening for today's edition. My name is Oraku Benson, Pastor. Today's and this is the period for end of school for the schools we have in all over the region of West Nile region, and I can confirm to you at this particular moment, Teregu district has already started with the end of school ball games, and these games are taking place in 4 venues in the district. We have got Ombatin Primary School Playground, we have got Tilio Primary School Playground, not forgetting about Omogo Primary School Playground, and the other venue is also Aria Primary School Playground, and these games are expected to run for 8 days, whereby the finals shall take place on Saturday, the 23rd of this particular month, and the year is 2024. Let's have the compiled story.
Teregu District Secondary Inter-School Ball Games official commences from different venues in the district. The schools have been split into 4 zones, where schools in Zone A are playing at Omogo Primary School Playground, schools in Zone B are playing at Aria Primary School Playground, Schools that have been pitted in Group C are playing at Ombatin Primary School Playground, and lastly, schools in Zone D are playing at Chilio Primary School Playground. Aliti Stephen, one of the technical team members, says the games are going on so well without challenges from different venues, and group stages games shall get done on Sunday.
In Terego, as a district, we have zoned schools into 4 groups and into 4 zones. In Zone A, we have about 5 schools which are playing in Omogo Primary School. In Zone B, we have 4 schools playing at the area playground. Zone D, we have 4 schools playing at the Chilio Primary School. Currently, the games are moving on smoothly. In terms of disturbances around the field, we have not encountered. People are sober, admiring the style the students are playing, and generally, our playground is cool and peaceful. The general preparation, we started with the meetings with the technical team. Actually, the head teacher started, and thereafter, the technical team organized their meetings up to when they came up with the fixtures, which we are starting to implement today. The quarterfinals will be on 19th, that will be Tuesday. This is after a 1 day's rest from the group stages. Then semi-finals will be on the 21st, which will be in the 2 zones still. Zone B at the area playground, Zone D at the Chilio. In the semi-finals, winner 1 will reverse winner 2, which will be at the area primary ground. And then winner 3 will play winner 4. Then the finals, we have slated it to be on the 23rd, that will be Saturday of this month. And it will start with the losers games, as people call it. It will be the loser A versus loser D. Winner A versus winner D. For losers game, they will be played from 9 a.m. up to 11:50. Then for finals, they will be played from 2 to around 4, both boys and girls. We are giving trophies for up to 3 positions: position 1, position 2, and position 3.
Yumaru Flavia, the games mistress at Wandi Progressive Senior Secondary School, says there has not been indiscipline cases when it comes to ball games in Terego district.
As you can see, the environment is calm, the security is okay. Concerning the discipline of the schools, generally, for Terego schools, we don't have much problem with the indiscipline cases. Cases of hooliganism is not there. For the case of Wandi Progressive, the school is so good. We are prepared. We started the preparation some time back.
Angozo Morgan, one of the match officials, has no complaint on how the off-sessions are ongoing and highlights the public on how he becomes a referee.
There is no challenge we are facing as officials. There is not much challenge we are facing. The games are good. Everywhere I move around in Terego, the football in Terego is just fair. There is no challenge I faced in this district. Today I came here, there is no challenge I face here. I obtained my training in Terego district down there in Primary School. Every Sunday we are going for the training. I started refereeing in 2021, that's when I started officiating.
Pario Christopher, the head coach of Otombari Senior Secondary School, is optimistic the school can do something by winning the trophy this time around.
In our group we are 5, Otumbari SS, Mount Wati, Olua, and then Wandi Progressive, and then we have the other school, I've forgotten the name. Of course, this time round, our target is to beat teams like nothing, and we need to collect all the points. Our games are going to be 4 in number, and we are going to win all the games, and we need to collect all the 12 points this time round. As you can see, we are good to go with everything. Feeding is okay, my team is happy. players are happy. We also have two categories of teams, ladies team and boys team. All of them, they are going well. We are good to go.
Favor Tsarit, the team captain for Wande Progressive Senior Secondary School, says they are happy of starting their game with a win, and the whole team is focusing on winning the other remaining games.
I am happy about the school where I am from. We have been playing a match with Always Secondary School. We won them 4-0, so we are happy about the match. We didn't expect that we could win the game, but by God's grace, God knows what we have been doing, all we have been. And are going through trainings. We didn't expect that we could defeat them, but fortunately we have won the match. We are looking forward to win the next game. So we hope that we shall also win the game so that we take the trophy in Teregu district schools.
In the group stages, Teregu District Inter-School Ball Games will run for 80 days and finals shall be played on Saturday, 23rd of March 2024 in a venue yet to be communicated. Oraku Benson Pastore, West Nile Television, Nile Sports News.
Away from that story of Teregu Inter-School Ball Games, but also related to that, it's all about the updates coming from the Inter-School Ball Games of Arue City. You know, so many people, they follow different schools and they will be interested in knowing how their schools are performing, probably the score lines. I can confirm to you, I'm going to give you how the games went in day one, starting from Group A up to Group D. Some of the selected results that have raised to my desktop early for today. It's all about match day 2 of the ongoing Inter-School Ball Games in the city. I'm talking about the city of Arue, not the city of Kampala. Let's start with the Group A, where the games are taking place at Ilifra, that side of Ondoparaka. Games did take place yesterday. The first game was actually between St. Peter's Aliba and Destiny, which ended in a barren draw. After that, we saw RSS edging out Manbe Public by a 0-0. Then there was a game between Soma Senior Secondary School and Standard College. The same scoreline registered by RSS over Manbe Public was the same scoreline Soma had over the team of Standard College. Then after that, we saw the team of RSS running riot over St. Peter's Aliba Senior Secondary School, demolishing them by 5-0, and the day was concluded by a game between Manbe Public and the team of Standard College, where they won by 2-0. Then at Aliba, where we are having the likes of St. Joseph's College Ombati, you talk about Cornerstone, not forgetting about the Republic. Entire is all about day 1 results, where the open game was between Cornerstone and a Republic. It ended in a barren draw, 0-0 draw. And then after that, we saw Ombati beating All Saints by 2-0. After that result, there was a game between Adome SS and St. Michael's Odamachako, which ended by a 0-0 in favor of Adome. Then the second last game was actually between Ombati and Cornerstone, where they went on to beat Cornerstone by 2-0, and the day was finalized by a barren draw between a Republic and All Saints. And this one takes us to how games also went in another ground, that side of Ombati, St. Joseph's College Ombati playing ground, where we have also so many scores, and the day was actually opened by a brilliant score line coming from the side of Pop Paul Senior Secondary School, the Mall Senior School, called Excel by 4-0. Then after that, we saw a 0-0 draw, barren draw between Tarantino and Arue Islamic, and also the barren draw continued in the game between Niva High, formerly known as Nile High, between them and the team of Nazar Muslim Senior Secondary School. And we saw Arue Islamic again playing a barren draw with the Popol. And lastly, there was a game between Tarantino and Excel, where Tarantino demolished Excel by 5-0. Most of the games in day 1 at Ombati ended in barren draws, apart from the wins the school Tarantino and Popol actually picked. And lastly, at Pokea Seminary Senior Secondary School playground, where we have in the runners-up of last season, Mbara Senior Secondary School, you talk about the landlords Pokea Senior Secondary School, where they are playing. Actually, Mbara opened that day with a game up against Arue Town College, where Mbara beat Arue Town College by a 0-0. Then after that, there was a convincing result for Latibo Foundation Senior Secondary School. They thumped Arue Academy by 3-0. Meanwhile, Pokea Seminary, the landlords, of course, had to beat Michu by 3-0. Then we saw a game between Arue Academy and Mbara Senior Secondary School, where Mbara went on to edge them by a 0-0. And the last game played in day 1 yesterday was actually between Arue Town College and the team of Latibo Foundation and Arue Town Town College managed to beat them by 2-0. Some of the selected results that have already raised to my desktop today in day 2. Of course, Mvara had to beat Michu by 2-0 still at Pokia, and the last game played today at Pokia was actually also between Mvara Senior Secondary School and Pokia Seminary Senior Secondary School. Mvara managed to beat them by 3-0. And at Ilifura, we saw a game between St. Peter's and the team of Soma. St. Peter's were 2-0 winners over them, and Manbe Public managed to beat Destiny by 2-0. And still at Pokia, there was a game between Arua Town College Football Club, not football club rather, Arua Town College Senior Secondary School and Arua Academy, and they managed to win the game by 2-0. And I mean Arua Town College winning that game. And I can confirm to you, some of the schools, they have already sealed the ticket when it comes to the knockout stages. The knockout stages will start from the quarterfinals. I can confirm to you, Mvara is already through to the quarterfinals after winning all the 4 group matches, the group stage matches they have played, and they are only left with a game, which is tomorrow. Ombati is also performing very well. I mean St. Joseph's College Ombati, they have also sealed the ticket. Not forgetting about the defending champions. I am talking about Arua SSOS, Arua Senior Secondary School. They have also sealed the ticket. That one takes us to what is happening in Star Times Uganda Premier League, whereby yesterday night we had 2 big encounters. There was a game between Sports Club Villa and the team of Bull, where Bull managed to edge out Sports Club Villa edging Bull by 1-0. The same scoreline, the team of Kasasiro Boys KC registered over the team of Sports Club Villas. That means for the first of its kind after so many years, we are seeing the team of KC completing league double over the team of Venoms. The first league, we saw Kasasiro Boys winning, and again yesterday we saw them winning against the team of Venoms. That one now takes us, and we are jetting to what is happening continental. It's all about ongoing Africa Games, and the hope is all about how Uganda is performing. I can confirm to you, Uganda has already confirmed the opponents they are going to face in the semi-finals, and they are going to face Congo. Meanwhile, on the other side, Senegal is going to face their neighbors, that's Ghana. After the 3 games Uganda has played in the group, they have managed to win all of them. They opened the campaign with a win over Nigeria, where they won by 2-1. After that, they edged out Senegal by 1-0. The last game in their group was actually yesterday, where we saw them beating their neighbor South Sudan by 1-0. They were pitted in Group B alongside the countries like Nigeria. You talk about Uganda themselves. You talk about South Sudan, not forgetting about Nigeria. Meanwhile, the host country, Ghana, they were pitted in Group A alongside the countries like Ghana themselves. You talk about Gambia, Benin, and Congo. How the table standing actually was looking like: Uganda finished on top in Group B with 9 points, followed by Senegal with 6. Nigeria finished third with 3, and South Sudan managed to finish without any point. Meanwhile, in Group A, Ghana, the host country, finished at number 1 with 7 points. Congo with 5 points at number 2. Number 3 is actually completed by Benin with 2, and the last country in that group was actually Gambia, that finished with only 1 point. And let's finalize everything with what is happening in Europe. It's all about what is happening in the world of FA Cup. And the games, the fixtures are out, and the games are also starting today. Wolves up against Coventry, and then Manchester City at 8:30 p.m. they will be taking on the team of Newcastle. Manchester City will be at Etihad, and the biggest of it will be returning tomorrow, as Manchester United will be sitting at Old Trafford and take on Liverpool. Meanwhile, on the other side, Chelsea will have to maintain Stamford Bridge as they welcome a team called Leicester City. That one brings us to the end of today's edition of NILE Sports News. It has been me, Benson Pastore, doing it for you. Tomorrow is Sunday, whereby I want to be around. Let's link up again on Monday, where I will also be in person to bring you what is happening in the world of inter-school ball games, plus the other stories which continues to happen in the world of sports.
Thank you, Rocco Benson Pastor, for that sports news and that sports highlight. And that viewer marks the end of the Nowcast only on West Nile Television. Thank you always, viewers, for taking the time to be with us from the beginning of the Nowcast to the end of the Nowcast only on West Nile Television. Please stay tuned to the rest of the